we are back. How did I used to start my channel? Let me see. So clearly it's been a while. Let's go to my channel. I talk all things faith, health, and life. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. It's been over a year, going on 2 in another, maybe 4 or 5 months? So it's been about a year and a half now. Since my last video, I was talking to you guys about a year in the life as a new creation. And actually, what was it? Last week was my 3-year anniversary of my baptism. I like anniversaries, so it's year 3. We're in year 3. This video is going to be basically a recap. We're going to talk about 2 years post-transplant. We're going to talk about everything that's been going on health-wise, lifestyle-wise. We're going to have 2 parts. We're going to talk about my spiritual journey, how that's been through faith, growth, how my faith has been tested, how it has been strengthened. But today we're going to just talk about just a recap, a check-in. I've been doing a lot since I've last been on YouTube and just how recovery has been going. So let's just jump right in. 2018, if you guys checked out one of my first videos when I was talking about my diagnosis, November actually was when I got diagnosed with cirrhosis and autoimmune hepatitis. And fast forward about 2.5, 3 years later after my diagnosis, towards around the spring of 2021 was when my health declined pretty rapidly. Again, these are all videos I have posted. I've talked about my physical symptoms, what they looked like, the types of procedures that I would have to get, paracentesis to drain the fluid. That was happening. And then about a few months after that, I put on the transplant list. Through the grace of God, in December of 2022 was when I got a liver transplant through direct donation. And we're going to talk about how life has been since. My last video, I was about 3 months post-op. So we are fast forward to almost 2 years in a month from now. So excited, so happy, so grateful to be here and to be healthy and speaking with you guys about my experience. What have I been up to? So my last video was March, right? I had actually gone back to work full-time as a teacher 4 months out of my surgery. It was pretty rough. I definitely needed another month, but they were, I don't want to use the word threatened. DOE was just like, we're not going to extend this disability anymore. It's not disability. We're not going to extend this leave anymore. They were giving me a hard time. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go back in. It's fine. I'll take it slow. If I need accommodations, I'll submit that. I didn't, but because I'm a strong girl. But anyway, went back to work. The same month that I went back to work, I was actually, while I was recovering, I was doing a boot camp. And I don't know if I mentioned it in any of the videos that I had previously posted, but I started a UX design boot camp. I am almost done with it. This is my last month, so please pray for me. I am almost done with my last capstone. We can talk about that in another video because I would love to just pick your brains and just talk all things tech and UX design, user experience, user research, all those fun buzzwords. But today we're just going to talk about recovery. So did that, resigned from teaching, resigned after 5 years. In about August of last year, I resigned as a special ed high school teacher. That could also be another video. Please let me know. I would love to talk about that. How I made that decision, how that's been since I've left, just all the things that I was mentally going through before doing it, preparing for it, all the things, how I did it. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys want to talk or hear about. So resigned, and then for about a year, this was last year, or 2023, into about half of this year, or maybe a little bit more, I was doing influencer marketing for a meal prep company. Great company, great people, still really cool with the CEO. He's actually one of my mentors, so such a great experience. I learned a lot about social media, managing it, analytics, trends, and more skills on just like content creating, all those things. Did that for about a year, all while still doing the boot camp. So I've been pretty busy. I started a podcast. That's another thing. Shout out to my co-host. We started it actually last year around this time. So that's another reason why I've just been super busy with all those things. I haven't been consistent with you guys, but that's going to change. So that's what I've been up to. Now, to the nitty-gritty, we're going to talk about my health. And as you can see, she's been flourishing. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. She's been flourishing. Curls, hair, things have been growing. Things have been strengthened, still being strengthened. Things are just going really well. I think before I took my hiatus. I hadn't been able to be in the gym yet just because it was just too early. I wasn't physically ready for it. Since then, I have a lot less tightness in my abdomen area. My scar is, I really want to say that it's gotten a little smaller. It's definitely gotten lighter. I've just been able to be out and about. No need to quarantine, thankfully, anymore. I've been on my immunosuppressants as well as my anti-rejection medicine every single day. That is still a thing. It's about 7 to 8 pills a day, twice a day. But half of those pills are vitamins, which is really cool because it's like I'm taking my multivitamins every day. I'm taking magnesium, calcium, all the things that are replenishing what I'm losing with the with the rejection medicine. So that's kind of why I have to take all those vitamins because I'm losing that when I take my medicine. So moving along, haven't gotten sick, thank God, too extreme. I haven't been back in the hospital, which is by the grace of the Lord. I've had a little cough the past few weeks, but nothing extreme. I'm trying to think if I've had anything crazy. I had a sty for like weeks. It's still there, but other than that, it's been great. Briefly mentioned, weight has been a thing, but I will say last spring I did do 75 hard. One of my first fitness challenges that I actually stuck to for 3 months. And it was great. It was so cool. I was doing digital diaries on it. I still have a whole album. I never posted it in its like bit by bit. I did one full video, but we might try it again. It's funny because the girlies, I'm the one who was like, let's try this again 2 months ago. Don't worry about it. But I felt so good. I got a trainer. This was going backwards to when I was about 6 months out. I got a trainer. Still use her workouts, by the way, so shout out to that. Let's give ourselves grace. Let's just be okay with where we're at. I've had more time since I've resigned from teaching. I've had more opportunity. I got signed to a modeling agency as a plus size woman. So if I lose a little bit too much weight, I won't be in that plus size model range. So there's that. But I have been listening to my body, and I have been just certain things that I've been doing. Drinking water with electrolytes. I just started with literally a few days ago. And I really want to see this through to cut food at 7. I just had dinner it's 7:11 right now. I ate around 6:45. And that's it. I had my little sweet thing. My doctors. When do I see them? So when I first got out of my surgery, I saw them about every month. Well, I saw them 2 weeks later to take off the staples, which I posted for you guys. Following that, I saw them every month for, I want to say, for about 3-4 months, and then after that we cut it down to every 3 months, and then we are now at every 6 months. So I'm seeing them again actually the end of this month. We basically just talk about how I feel. We talk about my blood test. We talk about lowering my dosages, and thankfully that's to the extent of my visits. Aside from seeing them every few months now, I do have to get monthly blood tests so that they can monitor my AST and AOT levels, which are my liver enzymes, as well as my tacrolimus, which is showing me the range of how well my liver is reacting to the anti-rejection medicine. So it's correct. I might not be right with the numbers right now, but if it's between a 6 and 9, that's good. Anything below that might be a flag. It could mean a few things. It could mean something's not my liver is, something's wrong. Especially if it's consistently under 6.5, something could be going on. So we will have to check that out. And thank God that has not been happening. That's kind of health-wise how I've been doing. Physically, I feel really good. Everything has just been great. I feel like other things that I've been doing is really just like living. I've just been living. And I feel like that's all you can really do. I've been living. I've been finding ways to worship and talking about God, especially having a podcast that's faith-based has helped me to just communicate the gospel. As simple as that. Through my experience and through the stories in the Bible, I think something that we really tried to focus on in the last season was how is what we're talking about, how is our topics relating back to the Bible? What kind of stories can we look at? And that's just really been my testimony lately. And I've been seeing on Instagram where certain posts are like, I'm grateful to be tired from working because I have a job. I'm grateful to have plans on the weekends or to be able to just go outside and take a walk. And all these things I feel like we can thank God for because He's given it to us. We have that ability and some people don't have that. It's actually a good segue. The next part of this, I'm going to just talk about how my faith has evolved and just other things that have been going on in my life. I'm going to also be talking about just lessons that I've learned over the last 2 years, and things that I'm looking forward to. So you guys are coming along with me. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for still being here, and check out my previous videos. I will link my podcast. I didn't even say what it was. It's called Nosotras, and it's with me and my friend Helen. I will link all of that. Continue to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram at Steph Sapphire, and come on the ride. We're getting back on the roller coaster. Bye guys. God bless you.